The mother of a 12-year-old girl said she spent 3 days begging for a CT scan to be done on her daughter after she complained about having severe headaches and vomiting. The child had been admitted to Manchester Children's Hospital on July 2nd for sickle crisis, a condition where sickle cell blocks blood flow. By July 5th, she had begun to have headaches and started to slip in and out of consciousness. And it wasn't until July 8th that doctors agreed to send the child in for an MRI and a CT scan, which showed that she had bleeding on her brain, but by that time her condition was irreversible. An expert professor wrote in a report that if the hospital would have ran the test on the 5th of July as the mom requested, he believed the child would have survived. Members of the hospital also put out a statement that read, "In respect of care that the 12-year-old child received, we failed." Listen, the 12-year-old girl mom said, the only reason they did the CT scan on the 8th was because she had a stroke and she was unconscious and they wanted to check her brain activity. They didn't do it because I asked them or because they thought it was the right thing to do. They did it because things was getting worse. But by that time it was too late. Everything was irreversible. And I get it, they think they smarter than the patients that come in. They went to school and got a degree and we didn't, so they can't entertain our ideas or our suggestions. But listen, this is a job for you. That's my child that I'm bringing in here. So if I seem aggressive to you, I apologize. But it's not personal. I just want what's best for my child. And a lot of y'all doctors have this attitude where it's like, just sit back and let us deal with it. Nah, I'll let you deal with it, but I can't sit back. This is just a job for you. That's my child that's in there. And putting out these statements saying that y'all sorry and y'all failed, that's not enough. I'm sorry ain't never brought nobody back from the grave. I want somebody held accountable. I want to make sure that this don't happen again. This woman said my daughter suffered. My daughter was screaming in that hospital room, telling me about her head hurting. And not only did they ignore me, but they ignored her too. And she said it was nothing that I could do to help her. I'm in a hospital, surrounded by help. And it's not one person that I could get in here to help my daughter. Not one person in here could come in and stop my daughter from screaming. My daughter is bleeding on her brain, and they telling me I need to see about getting her in pain management.